सबसे पहले सब्सक्राइब, लाइक एंड प्रेस आइकन बटन एंड प्लीज डू शेयर.
So hello everyone, welcome to our channel that is Vindas Educator. Myself Dr. Kuldeep Kumar, and here in this class we are going to deal with the digestive system. Okay, so before starting this chapter, what we must know that what is digestion? Okay, so digestion is the conversion of larger complex molecules into the simpler molecules. Okay, because we cannot absorb these larger molecules. Okay, whatever we are eating, like for example chapati, rice. Okay, so these are very large, as we have the starch, okay, and proteins, so we cannot absorb these all materials as it is. Okay, so we have to convert into the smaller one, like glucose, simpler one. Okay, like for example amino acids. Okay, so this conversion or the breaking down of the large molecules into the simpler smaller molecules that can be absorbed is called as digestion. Okay, and now here in this digestion, what we read, actually this digestive system of human being is composed of two parts. The digestive system of the human beings is composed of two parts. First is the alimentary canal. First is the alimentary canal, and the second one is the accessory glands. Accessory glands. Here, this alimentary canal, actually the alimentary canal, it's a long tube through which the food is passed on. It starts with the mouth and it ends up in the anus. Whereas these accessory glands, actually these are the glands which secretes the enzyme, because for the digestion we need the enzymes. Okay, for example the salivary gland we have in the mouth. Okay, the liver, which is the largest gland, as you all know, and after that we have the pancreas. Okay, and in the intestine also there are numerous glands we have. Okay, so this digestive system is composed of two things. What is that? Alimentary canal and accessory glands. Now here we'll start with the alimentary canal first. So here we have alimentary canal. In this section, we will read about the anatomy as well as physiology of the alimentary canal. Okay, so before starting this, what we should know that what comes under the category alimentary canal. So as I told you, if you remember that I told you that the start of the alimentary canal is with mouth, then after we have the pharynx, then after we have the esophagus, then after we have the stomach, after that we have the small intestine, after that we have the small intestine, then after we have the large intestine, and at last we have the anus. Okay, so this all we have in the alimentary canal. What is that? Mouth, pharynx, esophagus, stomach, small intestine, large intestine, and the anus. Okay, now here we'll start with the mouth first. So here we have the first organ of the alimentary canal, that is the mouth. Okay, so in mouth, we can also call the mouth as a buccal cavity or oral cavity. Okay, the mouth can also be called as buccal cavity or oral cavity. Second thing here, what are the organs present in this mouth? So we have first teeth. Second thing we have is the tongue. And the third thing we have is the salivary glands. Okay, this is the accessory gland. As I told you, if you remember, I told you in the start that the digestive system is composed of two things. What is that? The alimentary canal and the digestive glands. Okay, or the accessory glands. So here's the salivary gland. Okay, now if we'll deal with the teeth, so if I'll draw the rough diagram of teeth, you can see here. So guys, here you can see the general structure of teeth. Okay, in this we'll just I'll show you here. This is the first point. You can see this is the enamel. This is the enamel. And one more interesting thing, guys, this enamel is the hardest substance in the human body. Okay, if the question will be there, like in NEET, it is the question which was asked so many times, that which is the hardest substance in the human body. So we can note it down that it is the enamel, which is the hard substance in the human body. After that, second is this one. So this is the cementum. This is the cementum. After that, we have the gums. We have the gums. In this, you can see the nerves and blood vessels innervating. Okay, and this is the bony cavity socket. This is the bony cavity, or you can also call it as a socket. Okay, one more thing I want to tell you about this teeth, that the teeth are also called as thecodont. What is this meaning of thecodont? Actually, thecodont means the teeth are embedded in the bony cavity. This is the meaning of thecodont. What is thecodont? Thecodont means the teeth are embedded in the bony cavity. Okay, one more we have term for the teeth is the diphicodont. Diphicodont. What is the meaning of diphicodont? Actually, diphicodont means that we have two sets of teeth. We have two sets of teeth. What is that? First is the deciduous, means the milk teeth. First is the deciduous, means the milk teeth. Okay, actually these are temporary. In the infants, we have the deciduous teeth. After a certain age, like for example, after 14 or 15 age, these teeth are fallen down. Okay, and after that, we have the new set of teeth known as permanent teeth. Is it clear? So we have deciduous and permanent teeth. Okay, these two sets we have in the human body, that is thecodont and the diphicodont. After that, here we have the enamel. So this enamel is made up of, or the cells which is secreting this enamel is the ameloblast cells, are called as ameloblast cells. Okay, here, so this is about the teeth. Okay, and one more thing guys here. Okay, so here in teeth we have four type of teeth. What four types of teeth we have? We have incisors. We have incisors. Okay, they are help in the cutting. They help in the cutting and tearing of food. Okay, second type of teeth we have is the canine. We have the canines. These are more dominant in the carnivorous animals. Okay, so we have the canines, and this is also helping in the cutting. Same function, that is cutting and tearing. Okay, then after we have the premolars and molars. Okay, actually they are broad in the size, so that's why they help in the chewing and mastication. They help in the chewing and the mastication of food. Okay, so these four type of teeth we have in the human body, that is incisors, canines, premolars and molars. Okay, now for this type, that as we have four type of teeth in the buccal cavity, so that's why there is one more term for the teeth in human body known as heterodont. Heterodont means we have a different type of teeth. Okay, so we have three terms for the human teeth, that is thecodont means they are embedded in the bony cavity. We have diphicodont means we having two sets of the teeth. Third is the heterodont means we have a different type of teeth. Okay, after that, the dental formula. This is important for the NEET questions here. Dental formula. Okay, so dental formula is for the adults. As you all know that we have 32 teeth in the adults. Okay, so the formula is 2 1 2 3. 2 1 2 3. Okay, so what is 2? This is the incisors, canines, premolars and molars. Okay, so if you will start from here in the upper cavity, so first we have the incisors, then after we have the canines, then we have the premolars, and at last we have the molars. Same as like that, incisors, canines, premolars and molars. Same as like that in the beneath also, in the mandible also, we have incisors, canines, premolars and molars. Incisors, canines, premolars and molars. Okay, so these four are arranged in that manner. Okay, so we have in adults we have 32 teeth, that is 2 2 2 2 means it is 8 incisors we have. Okay, 4 canines we have, 8 premolars we have, and 12 molars we have. Okay, now one more information for you, that in infants, in infants, in infants we have 20 teeth, and the formula is 2102. 2102. This is the dental formula for the infants, means the smaller people, the young people. Okay, for that the dental formula is 2102. Okay, clear? Is it clear? So here we have completed with the teeth. Now we are coming on the tongue. So the second organ we have is we are going to start with the tongue. Okay, so one of the most interesting thing about the tongue I want to tell you here, that tongue is having the highest regenerative capacity. Okay, means if you have any you have any cut or any infection on the skin, it will be regenerated very fast. Okay, so here this is the regenerative capacity is a good aspect in the tongue. Okay, second thing, if you raise your tongue, here you can see a connective flap is connecting the tongue with the floor of mouth, that is known as frenulum linguae. Okay, this is known as frenulum linguae. Okay, so this frenulum linguae is a connective tissue which connects the tongue with the floor of the mouth. Okay, so here we have frenulum linguae, and we have sulcus terminalis on the mouth, and we have the sulcus terminalis on the tongue, which divides the anterior part and the posterior part of the tongue. Okay, so we have here, you can see we have a, it's imaginary. Okay, it is not like a line, it is present on the tongue. So we have an imaginary, so this is, we have sulcus terminalis. Okay, it divides the tongue in the anterior and the posterior part. Okay, so after that, the function of tongue, what is the function of tongue? It is used in the mastication of food. What is the mastication? Actually, mastication is the mixing of food. It is the mastication, it's the so here, so what is the function of this tongue? Here you can see, so here so here, what is the function of this tongue? So you can see here functions. So the first function of the tongue is this mastication. It helps in the mastication. What is this mastication? It is a mixing of food. It is the mixing of food with the saliva. Okay, so as you know, the premolars and molars, they help in the chewing of the food and mastication of the food. So here the mastication, it helps the tongue. It helps the tongue. Okay, the premolars and this tongue, they all together, they mix the food with the saliva. Okay, so here we have the mastication. The first function is the mastication, and after that, it also helps in the, and it also helps in the production of sound production. Okay, these are the two functions. Third function, here we have the taste buds, which are present on the tongue. Okay, you can see here the small buds, small points on the tongue. These are all called as taste buds. Okay, these all are called as taste buds. Okay, what is the function of this taste bud? Actually, we have the gustatory receptors in that. We have the gustatory receptors. What is that? What is the function of these gustatory receptors? Actually, they have they enable us to have the taste. The taste. Okay, so we have 4 type of taste buds in the human body. First one, in the human body we have 3. So we have 3 type of taste buds in the human body. In total, we have 4. Like for example, we have the foliate taste buds. We have circumvallate taste buds. We have fungiform taste buds, and at last we have the filiform taste buds. Okay, in this fungiform taste buds is present only in dogs and cats. Okay, whereas these 3 are present in the human body. Okay, so this circumvallate, this is important because this is the largest taste buds which is present in the posterior part of the tongue. Okay, and they are small. They are the largest taste buds we have. So here in this, the circumvelvet taste buds are very important because these are the largest one and they are present in the posterior part of the tongue. You can see near the sulcus terminalis. Okay. After that, this foliate taste buds, they are in the largest number which are present on the tongue. Okay. So whole anterior part, in the whole anterior part, the maximum part is covered by the foliate taste buds only. Okay. Now, so we have four type of taste buds on this tongue, that we have foliate, circumvalvate, fungiform, and filiform. Okay, and the taste. If we'll talk about the taste, so here you can see this anterior region is helping the salty taste. Okay, the sides is used for the sweet taste. Sweet taste. And here the floor of the tongue is used for the sour taste. Okay, is it clear? So here we have the tongue, which is helpful in the mastication of food. It helps in the sound production also. Third thing, it has the taste buds. Okay, so in the taste buds we have four types, that is foliate, circumvalvate, fungiform, and the filiform. Circumvalvate are very important because they are the largest one and which is present in the sulcus terminalis, which is present near the sulcus terminalis. Okay, after that, when we talk about the taste, so in the anterior region on the tip we have the salty taste. After that, in the sides we have sweet taste, and in the middle one on the floor of the tongue we have the sour taste. Okay, so this is all about the tongue. Okay, so this is the second organ we have in the oral cavity. Okay, after that, the third organ we have in the oral cavity is the salivary glands. Okay, salivary glands. So I want to tell you that we have three type of salivary glands. First is the parotids. Second one is the sublingual salivary gland. Okay, and the third one is the submaxillary. This submaxillary we can also call it as a submandibular salivary gland. Okay, so we have three type of salivary glands, that is parotid, sublingual, and submaxillary. Okay, now in this the sublingual, the sublingual is present beneath the tongue. Parotids is present near the fourth, or we can say that it is near the third, fourth molar. Okay, and the submaxillary is present in the mandible. Okay, in the lower jaw. Okay, now the ducts here we have in the parotids we have the Stenson's duct. For the sublingual we have the duct of Ravenous, and for the submaxillary we have Wharton's duct. Okay, so here from the salivary gland we have the saliva. Okay, and saliva is composed of what? It is composed of the salivary amylase. The main enzyme which is present in the saliva is the salivary amylase. The other name of the salivary amylase is ptyalin. Silent P, ptyalin. Okay, what is the function of the salivary amylase? Actually, the salivary amylase helps in the digestion of carbohydrate or the starch. Now, one more important thing, interesting thing of the question, in the question it has been asked, in the NEET it has been asked, that which is the first organ, which is the first organ in the human body or in the alimentary canal where the digestion starts. So you have to write mouth, because in mouth the saliva is secreted, and in saliva we have the salivary amylase which digests around 33 to 34% of the starch. Okay, so we have the salivary amylase. After that we have the lysozymes. What is the function of these lysozymes? This lysozymes is a antimicrobial substance or antimicrobial enzyme which is secreted in the saliva. Third thing, in the saliva we have some electrolytes also. Like for example sodium, calcium, carbonates. Okay, so there are so many electrolytes are also present in the saliva. Okay, so these three things we have in the saliva. What is that? Salivary amylase, ptyalin, that is lysosomes, and electrolytes. Okay, so this is all about the mouth. Okay, and one more thing, after the digestion of food, the last product what we have in the mouth is the bolus. Okay, so what is bolus? Bolus is the food which is digested in the mouth. okay, which is having the semi or partial digested food plus it has the saliva. Okay, so what is the bolus? Bolus is a partially digested food which is having the saliva mixed. Okay, so here we have the bolus. Okay, so this is all about today's class. Okay, so in this class we had discussed about the mouth, and in the next class we will deal more about the digestive system. So here, thank you for this class, and please do like, share and subscribe. You can join our Telegram channel, that is Bindas Educator, and which is given in the link description. Okay, thank you so much. Have a great time. Take care. Read well. Bye.